Okay, Laura, you want to go? Okay, yeah, sure. Anything's okay. Okay, shh. You have to what? Well, there are 4 ways, right? Graph, table, 3 ways. Graph, table, and algebraic. Yeah, and not only that, you got to see that the numbers are the same as you go in the table. Okay, Laura. $788. Okay. And okay, let me get there. Is that the one with the table? Okay, shh. All right, people. I want to get started. Okay, I still have one more topic to do today. So, Laura, Maya, Eileen.
Like you have, you're supposed to create an open bucket with square piece of paper, and I have no idea how to do like.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about the diagram itself. What does it look like? Okay. So the diagram looks. Okay, the diagram kind of looks like this. This is your box. That's your box. Okay? And it's telling you that you make it out of square paper of 24 centimeters a side. So this is like 24 by 24. Okay? And you can cut equal squares from the corners and turn up the sides. So they want you to cut off these corners like that. Okay, you with me? So the box is going to look like a pizza box. Well, yeah, like a pizza box with no top on it. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this up. You're going to cut along here. So your shape is going to be like this. And you're going to fold these pieces out, up like that, vertically. You with me on that? Virtually like a book. Virtually like a book. It's going to be like, imagine this is your square paper, and you cut the corners off. And if you fold these up, it's going to become like, this will be your box. These are the corners you cut off. Like that. So it'll be a box like this. Okay? And then its volume is going to be, so you know that, for example, this side of it is going to be 24 minus 2x. Do you buy that? Because this whole thing is 24, and this is x, and this is x, and this is x. Okay? So you took 2 out. So it's 24 minus 2x. So remember, volume is length times height times width. So the length is going to be 24 minus 2x. The height is x. Right, because it'll be this part that's going to be sticking up. Right, in other words, this will be x, this height. Okay, and then the width is going to be 24 minus 2x as well. And that's the formula they have. Oh, wait a minute. Why do they have 12 minus x? What did they do? Oh, nice. Does anybody see the connection between what they have and what I have? Why? I mean, what do you mean by divide by 2? It's not dividing by 2, but what are you doing? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Do you know what page I'm on? 788, number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys got to pay attention when Laura and I are having a conversation, okay? Because she asks some really good questions. Okay, does everybody see the connection between what I have there and what's in the book? Caden, dare you open your book? Dare you open your book? No book? Sorry? Atoms? Whoa, whoa. Okay, what they have is, let me get another color here, okay? What they have is volume is equal to 4x 12 minus x quantity squared. Now, is this the same as that?
Yes.
How? Why?
Because if you basically you multiply them all together.
Yeah, but that's that's a painful way of going about it. Does anybody see the connection between the red and the blue?
If you divide.
Sorry? What do you mean by divide by 2? Factor out the 2, okay? Make sure you understand the difference between the two, okay? Dividing out by 2 means 2 is going to be cancelled on one side. That's not what you mean. What you mean is factoring 2. So what he's saying is if you take a 2 out of here, you get 12 minus x. Does everybody buy that?
Yes.
And then you get an x. And you take another 2 out of this guy, and you get 12 minus x. And then you get the answer that they have. Okay? All right. Laura, the limits part of it. What about it now?
Okay, I know what I do because they do the A and B, so I know how to do C.
Okay. Yeah, you just fill in the table.
Yeah.
And then look at what's happening to the function as x approaches 4. Uh-huh.
That's 798.
Uh-huh. 798.
Yes.
Okay.
For the 527 odd,
Mm-hmm.
are we supposed to do like the factors that we cancel? Because I was having I could not get some of these factors.
It says find the limit if it exists. Use a graphing utility to verify your result graphically. Okay, so give me a specific example you want me to do.
9 or 11 or 13.
Okay, let's take a look at number 9. Limit t goes to 2, t cubed minus 8 over t minus 2, which is equal to limit t goes towards 2. Notice that I continue writing LIM, okay? You continue writing LIM for every step. Now, can someone help me factor t cubed minus 8? No, a cubed minus b cubed. T minus 2, t squared plus 2t plus 4. Just some stuff you have to know. Stuff that you have to know. You've got to know. And I think this was on your test probably first semester. Formula was given to you. So this is stuff you've got to know. Okay? Especially for people taking SATs. Yeah, this is an SAT factorial. Okay? So if you compare this to what I have t cubed minus 8. So I'm going to say a is t and b is 2. Right? If I make the connection between these two guys. Because 2 cubed is 8. Okay? And then I've got this all over t minus 2. I cancel, and then I just plug and chug. Okay? Yeah.
For number 15.
Number 15, okay?
Do you group them?
Yeah, group and factor.
Can you
Okay. Number 15, lim x goes towards 2. Samantha, you're really chatty today. Are you paying attention to what's going on here? Whoa, how are you going to factor that, man? Well, the bottom x cubed minus 7x plus 6. Are both of the things going to 0? You can't do synthetic division. This is not linear. Yeah, you might have to do long division. But see, if you plug in, do you get a 0 downstairs and a 0 upstairs? Is that what's happening? 8 minus, yeah. You get a 0 downstairs for sure.
Yeah.
Okay?
So that means you have to factor the top.
Wow. Oh my God, this factoring is going to be nasty. How do you factor this? Yes. How can it work, man? Synthetic is...
It wouldn't work in a divide.
Huh? Did you do synthetic or did you do long div?
Long division wouldn't work. So
There's no way you can do synthetic division with nonlinear factors. Awesome. This is... I wonder if they made a mistake. Should that have been an x squared minus 7x plus 6? That's factorable. How is x cubed factorable? I don't know. Awesome. I'll have to come back and think about this. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. You should be able to do it through a graphing utility, though.
Like graph it and then.
Yeah. Okay. Take a look at how that happens. Yeah.
For 13,
Uh-huh.
what are we supposed to do to
Well, 13 looks like that's factorable by grouping. I mean, that looks pretty obvious there. So all I'm going to do is just give you the rational function. So the rational function is this. And this is factorable, right? You can group the upstairs, take an x out, you get x squared plus 2. Take a minus sign out, so you get x plus 2 upstairs like that. You with me so far? Yeah? And then, yeah, Samantha, I'm not going to answer any of your questions because you've been busy chatting there. Okay. And then the downstairs, you can take an x out of there, and you get x squared plus 4 minus x plus 4. Sorry? Oh, sorry, take an x squared out. Thank you. Okay. So everybody with me on that? Which then factors to x squared minus 1 into x plus 2. And downstairs, the same thing, x squared minus 1 into x plus 4. And then these guys cancel out. And then it's safe to plug in x goes to 1, right? Then it's safe to put in 1. Okay? I'm kind of surprised at number 15, so I'll have to sweat that out. Okay? All right? Okay, one last topic in 11.2, rationalization. Okay, so can you plug in a 0 in here directly? Can you do that? Why not? You're going to get 0 over 0, right? Which is indeterminate. You can't decide what it is. So there's another technique that you use to do this, okay? What you do is you times the upstairs and the downstairs by a factor that's going to try and get rid of the square root sign. It might have been. So what are you going to times the upstairs by in order to get rid of the square root sign? What does the rationalization mean? Yeah, so you choose the opposite of this sign here. So it's going to be square root of x plus 1 plus 1 over the same thing, right? If you multiply the upstairs by something, you multiply the downstairs by something, then you're okay. All right? Does everybody understand the rationalization? It's like when you used to rationalize something like this. You're not allowed to have a square root downstairs. What do? You times the upstairs by square root of 2 plus 3 and the bottom as well. Okay, this is going back to a long time ago. All right? So then you just grind this out, okay? You just grind this out. What do you get upstairs? So remember, you're going to be foiling. So it's this, this, and this, that. So the first red, the square root times the square root will give you x plus 1. Does everybody buy that? And then the second one's going to give you plus square root of x plus 1. And then a minus square root of x plus 1. And a minus 1. Does everybody see this foiling? Okay? So you can see that things are going to cancel. So this is going to cancel with that. So no more square root signs upstairs. Okay. What happens downstairs? So you get x times square root of x plus 1 plus 1. It's not so much a question of getting rid of the square root sign. It's getting rid of this minus sign here, because it's this minus sign that makes the numerator 0. Does everybody see that? You get square root of 1 minus 1 that gives you a 0. So now what do I have upstairs? I have limit x goes towards 0 of x. Does everybody see that? Yeah? Yeah.
Why wouldn't you multiply, like, when you're like, what limit, y limit, it would be like x times the square root of x plus 1 and then x plus
Downstairs or upstairs?
downstairs.
Downstairs I haven't distributed the x, that's all I've done. I haven't distributed, I've just left it out there. There's parentheses right there. Okay. The reason why I didn't